And welcome to the DC Everest Fieldhouse as we get ready for Tuesday night boys basketball. Got a good matchup tonight. It's DC Everest hosting Stevens Point. Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Conley. SPASH fans, welcome into our Zaleski sports coverage. Glad to have you. DC Everest fans, you're in the right spot, too. SPASH has played 7 times, 7 wins. When last seen, a tough one against Kimberly, a game that was tied at halftime, a one-possession game down the stretch that SPASH got into the win column. And the Evergreens were road losers when last seen. They fell by 12 to Marshfield, a game where they played the Tigers even down the stretch but were unable to cut into a lead that the Tigers had built up since halftime. You would think that right now SPASH is the most accomplished team in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. You kind of put an asterisk by that because Marshfield is a one-loss team and SPASH and Marshfield have not played each other yet. So those will be 2 marquee matchups into the new year. What do the Evergreens need to do to spring an upset? I mean, this would be the signature win for them if they can get this one to go their way. They're going to need more than one player to be on tonight. I mean, Cohen Preby is the leader of this Everest team. We've also seen big games this season from Colin Ebersol, from Casey Studeman. Can you get 2 or all 3 of them going on the same night? The Evergreens are going to need that against Stevens Point. SPASH is used to playing high-level basketball. Of course, they have the back-to-back state wins still on their ledger. And Grant Chandonaz, their tallest player. Grant's a 3-sport athlete. Football quarterback, elite baseball player, and at 6'5", he's a presence on the basketball court, too. Chandonaz in his junior year, and as far as other teams are concerned, he can't graduate fast enough. Our pregame coverage is brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. You would think that next week would be a quiet week for many athletic departments. It is not. Both of these teams have 2 games scheduled between Christmas and New Year's. The Evergreens will be over in Green Bay for that showcase tournament at the Resch Center. And Stevens Point will be playing right down the floor at the Quant Fieldhouse at UWSP. They'll be part of the Century Classic basketball showcase between Christmas and New Year's. We will meet our starting lineups. We'll have our national anthem, and we'll get Tuesday night basketball underway. This is a big night on Zaleski Sports. 12 big high school games for you to choose from. And we're sponsored by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue, Weston. Dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue and Weston. We'll be good to go with Stevens Point and SPASH when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Welcome back to the DC Everest Fieldhouse. My name's Chris Conley. Teams are completing their pregame shoot-arounds. We're sponsored by Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. The home evergreens will be in the white with green numerals and gold trim. SPASH in the road, Panther red with white and black numbers and lettering. Again, you get the feeling that the sky's the limit for the Panthers. It is early to think about an undefeated or a perfect season, but SPASH is going to be competitive and perhaps favored in every game they play for the rest of the year. If the Evergreens would like to get into the conversation about the best teams in the Valley, this is a game that they've got to find a win. Teams will line up across their respective foul lines. Let's go down to courtside for the sportsmanship announcement and our national anthem.
Welcome to this evening's boys basketball game between the Stevens Point Panthers and the DC Everest Evergreens. DC Everest High School, Stevens Point High School, the Wisconsin Valley Conference, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. Racial, sexist, and ethnic comments or other intimidating acts directed at players, officials, opponents, or coaches will not be tolerated and can result in removal from the event. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. DC Everest would like to thank Aspirus Health and Certified Athletic Trainer Blade Cameron for providing medical coverage for tonight's event. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your caps. Place your hand over your heart for the playing and singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Tonight being performed by DC Everest sophomore Julian Traska.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I spy with my broadcaster's eye Scotty Krieger, who will be calling the game, sending the radio call back to Stevens Point on WPCN radio. Someone whispered in my ear once that Scotty started doing SPASH games in 1976. That's a lot of calls under his belt. Starting lineups here, Carter Combs coming out for SPASH. There's Noah Marshke. And there's Grant Chandana. Baraka Macklin. And Jaron Shoes to complete the lineup for SPASH. For the homestanding Evergreens, Colin Ebersol will get the start. A back-to-back-to-back varsity start for sophomore Xavier Edwards. Sophomore Cade Felch. There's Cohen Preby, leading scorer on this Everest team. And Casey Studeman. Studeman's the biggest the Evergreens have at 6'3". Studeman, though, is a great defensive specialist. Gets good position, good technique, although sometimes he's not the tallest guy on the floor. Should be entertaining tonight, brought to you by Elite Auto Care, where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local family-owned auto service you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Look to Elite Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Schofield. Caesar and Cleopatra tell me that SPASH is the favorite tonight. But let's play the game out and see what happens. Grant Chandana will jump against Colin Ebersol to get us underway. Ball's in the air. Lads, light this candle. Evergreens will have the first possession. Pregame looks at man-to-man defense. Cade Felch with the first touch. Looking for the cutter, Xavier Edwards, who was bodied up as he made his move. Evergreens go back out. Studeman between the circles. Studeman on the floor, cut off. The SPASH defense is tight early on. Tried to set a screen for Felch, keeps his dribble. So here's a longer opening possession for the Evergreens. To the wing, Ebersol. If the Evergreens could get some separation, they'd let a three fly early. But SPASH has been bodying everyone up so far. Studeman tries to spin through the lane, picks up his dribble, kicks out. Again, not enough time for Pregame to let that three ball fly. Always worried about a turnover for a possession that lasts this long against this tough a defense. Studeman again, third touch on this set. Got Marshke on him. Studeman spins, got into the lane and misses. He drew a foul. So the Evergreens, after that long hold, will get to the free throw line. Casey Studeman gets two. Noah Marshke is called for it. Studeman's really good at throwing the shoulder fake, trying to get his defensive man up in the air. It's one of his trademarks. First free throw is line drived in. Casey is shooting from the Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. Studeman gets 1 out of 2. SPASH had to wait a while for their first touch. Three ball from the corner, no good. Too strong for Chandana. Ebersol secured the rebound for Everest. So SPASH held the ball for like 5 seconds after the Evergreens held it for nearly a minute and a half. Studeman again down low. Got Marshke on him. Studeman drives in, spins against the double team, makes an extra pass. Xavier Edwards misses at the rim, a little short. X has got to get that one to go down. SPASH into the front court. Macklin was cut off. SPASH resets. This is Chandana leaning in, goes back out. To the corner, three ball is up, no good. Rebound to Ebersol off the Macklin miss. So SPASH misses the first two from the floor. Xavier Edwards back out, baseline. Pregame got his man up in the air, back out. Felch open for three. Good! 4-0 Evergreens. Cade Felch, a marksman from the top of the circle. So this is as good a start as the Evergreens could have hoped for. Jaron Sue's got his first touch. Entry pass knocked away there by Studeman. Evergreen showing tight defense too. SPASH recovers to the rim, scooping. Missing is Baraka Macklin. Evergreens quickly in transition, but SPASH is back defensively. So the Evergreens will play this as another half-court set with a 4-0 early lead. Xavier Edwards got his man, tried to move in. There's going to be a foul here. Noah Marshke, a SPASH starter, has just been called for his second, and he's going to go to the bench. Nick Fox, a senior, will come in. Fox is about as good a sixth man as you're going to find in the entire Wisconsin Valley Conference. SPASH doesn't lose much when he comes in. We're sponsored by Foundation Finance. Now's a chance to work with a company that really understands growth. Foundation Finance Company has grown every year since they started in 2012. Make the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits from day one at Foundation Finance. Evergreens dribble it out of bounds right in front of the SPASH bench. First mistake of the night for DC Everest. Cross court off the bench. Fox lets the three fly, and it's good. First shot from the floor to go down for the Panthers. Xavier Edwards guarded closely, splits the lane, extra pass. Studeman's on the low blocks. Fox quickly bodies him up. Studeman rolls into a double team, and he's bumped. It's going to be on Grant Chandana, I think. Chandana was the second man to roll over to him in the double team. Yep, it's on Grant. Third team foul. Evergreens will inbound underneath. To Studeman, who's had a lot of touches. Studeman, foul line extended, picks up his dribble, spins, tough contested shot, and it's short. SPASH can have a lead change here if Stevens Point can score. Macklin through the double team. That's tied up. Jump ball to SPASH. Studeman's been a stud in this game. He got his hand in there and forced the tie-up. In traffic to Chandana, who scores at the rim. It's Stevens Point's first lead of the night, 5-4. So the Evergreens off to a 4-0 run. Back-to-back turnovers. And a basket there for Carter Combs. Evergreens want a timeout after points off the mistake. 13:49 to play in the first half. SPASH is on a 7-0 run when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
During the timeout, Everest coach Oliver Drake has spent zero time with his team. He's drawn on the referee. He thought the shoulder was lowered and that elbow was out before the turnover that led to points. Coach Drake doesn't want that to be a no call all night. See if the Evergreens can come up with points out of the timeout, now trailing 7-4. Everest got off to a 4-0 start, so they've been stuck on 4 for a little bit. Express Employment says get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Cade Felch double teamed. Over to Studeman, baseline. This is a long two, and it's good for Cohen Pregame. Snaps the scoring drought. 1-point game. Fox thought about that from the corner. SPASH goes to reset. Fox moving without the ball. He traveled. Evergreens will have a chance to take the lead back, this time down the floor. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. You can apply today at merrillsteel.com. It's merrillsteel.com. Preby. That is Xavier Edwards. Studeman way up high. Felch on the wing. Felch with his dribbled off his foot. So the Evergreens could have gotten the lead change there and didn't get a look at the basket. Evergreens got to tighten that up. The Evergreens don't have to play a perfect game, but they've got to be close to it to stay competitive against this very good SPASH team. Cross court. Fox thought about the three. He's on the ground. Wow, he had Studeman with his back turn. Could have gotten to the rack and didn't. Open for a three on the overplay. It's good. Jaron Shoes. Xavier Edwards here. Chandana's on him. Down low to Preby. Double team. Extra pass. There's a foul. 2 free throws are coming up for Casey Studeman. Studeman, I think, is an improved free throw shooter from a year ago. He was around 50% last season. He's better than that now. Jaron Shoes is called for the foul. That's the 4th on SPASH. No team fouls against the Evergreens here at the 12.5-minute mark. We're at the Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. Studeman still got one more coming. Left that one short too, so Studeman is 1 of 4 from the foul line in the early stages here. Carter Combs will bring this up court. Over to Chandana, double teamed in the lane, shut off. Back out to Fox. Now Carter Combs working on Studeman, kicks it back out. Jackson Baressa is in for Stevens Point. Missing at the rim with the left hand, Carter Combs. Studeman clears the boards, makes it a one-and-done trip. Neither team has done much on the offensive glass so far. This means there's an advantage waiting for one team to take over another. Vander Truax, freshman, with the green sneakers is in. Truax kind of slid there, not called for traveling. I think that was a break. Yeah, Vander is playing his first varsity game. 45 on the floor now for the Evergreens on the weak side down low. Xavier Edwards cut off, double teamed on the baseline, gives it back out to Pregame. Ebersold. And here's Studeman. Studeman drives in. Studeman again bumped hard, goes back out. Truax gets a touch. Picked up his dribble and goes back out. Xavier Edwards double teamed back out. Wow, bobbling that ball. That would have been a 3 otherwise. Down low, Vander Truax, first varsity points. The first of many for the freshman down low, 10-8. Trying to answer with a 3. It's a friendly roll for Jaron Shoes, who hits his second from behind the arc. So Everest works hard for 2. SPASH answers effortlessly with a 3. 12-8. Yeah, Everest is having to work much harder for their looks at the rim. Pregame on a switch. Extra pass back out. Pregame moving without the ball. Got it back up high for a moment. Studeman got a foul called here. There's going to be a reach-in on the SPASH player. Nick Fox is going to be called for it. Fox has been called for his first personal. It's the 5th on SPASH. This is non-shooting. Evergreens will be inbounding in front of the home bleachers. Xavier Edwards. Truax is up high. Xavier Edwards again along the baseline. Guarded up by McAline. Scores! Xavier Edwards, first point of the night. When the season began, not only was Xavier Edwards not a starter, he wasn't even the first guy off the bench in most situations. Usually that was Zachary Jones. 9.5 to go in the first half. Rotating down low, this is Ebersold on McAline. Miss. Ebersold gets the rebound. Solid defense for the Evergreens. SPASH is back on defense. The Evergreens do not push. One possession game. Edwards up high and off the glass. Back-to-back baskets for Xavier Edwards. SPASH hasn't gotten any separation. They've had this lead at 4 points, but no bigger so far tonight. Chandana back out. Quick pop 3. McAline, good. SPASH has 4 threes now to just 1 for the Evergreens. That's a couple of times where the Evergreens have gotten close, and SPASH has answered the very next time down the floor with a 3 of their own. They guard Ebersold soft here. Ebersold's got his dribble. SPASH over the last decade has been the most successful athletic department in the Valley Conference. They got the biggest student body to assemble their teams from, of course. Studeman double team down low. He's bumped. SPASH bench doesn't like the call. That's the last non-shooting foul of the first half for the Evergreens. Jaron Schuss is called for his second personal. SPASH going to take a timeout. Evergreens will have the ball down by 4 when we come back. No, what is that? Thought our referee indicated timeout over there. Instead, that's just an animated conversation. Like an Italian family, the hands are going. Inbounded to Studeman again. Playing Studeman a little soft, tried to make an extra pass down low and gave it back to Stevens Point. SPASH has numbers, basket, and a foul. Stevens Point with another chance for a three-point play. This one will come from the foul line. Baraka Macklin has scored. Fouled by Casey Studeman. If you're going to make that foul, you got to make sure he doesn't score on you. It's got to be a hard enough foul. You've got to get ball or enough of his arm that the basket doesn't go through. Free throws a miss. Offensive rebound by Chandana, who flings it back up and in. Everest bench thought that Chandana was over the back there. No whistle. SPASH opens up a quick 20-12 lead, their largest of the night. This came after an Everest turnover. Extra pass down low. Basket! Van Truax has his second bucket of the evening. Evergreens needed that. A little bit of an answer. Cross court, 3-ball flies high, arcing from the rafters, no good. Out of bounds off the SPASH player. Jackson Baressa was unable to squeeze it. It's a good turn on the floor for Vander Truax. The freshman will come out and Colin Ebersold will come back in for the Evergreens. Cohen Preby has only 2 points so far in the first half. Here's Felch. Back to Preby, quickly bodied up. Preby cross court. Felch, 3-ball flies off the screen. Good. Cade Felch has both of the Evergreens threes, and the lead's cut in half on that make. What was 6 is now a 3-point game. Under 7 until halftime. That's a travel. Evergreens will get the ball back. Fleet Farm says Toyland is now open at Fleet Farm with their price match guarantee. If you find a lower toy price, they'll beat it by 5%. You get the best price on a huge selection of toys at Fleet Farm. Let's see if I'm correct. Santa's Big Ride is 5 nights from tonight. Christmas Day, 6 days from now. Where does the time go? Evergreens work the perimeter. Xavier Edwards. To Felch again. They're guarding him closer now. Studeman. Here's Xavier Edwards. Down low, Preby is cut off on the baseline. Got a foul here. There's going to be a 1-and-1 for the Evergreens. Evergreens are into the bonus super early in this first half. Carter Combs is called. Preby's a good free throw shooter, and to the foul line he goes. First is good. Both teams balanced scoring attack. Baraka Macklin leads SPASH with 5. Jaron Schuss has 6. Offensive rebound for the Evergreens. Ebersold misses and then commits the loose ball foul. Couple of unusual things there. Cohen Preby doesn't miss many at the foul line. And then from that close in, Colin Ebersold doesn't miss many points in the paint. 2-point game. This possession will bring us under 6 minutes to go in the first half. While pass down low, Fox was unguarded. A better pass, he'd go straight to the rack and have an easy 2. Here's Chandana with Felch on him. Felch gives up a couple of inches. Chandana around, scooping, came in too hot. Xavier Edwards gets the rebound. Spash is back on defense. Pregame cut off on the baseline. He lost it. Everest's 5th turnover of the first half. Camping World of Rothschild, just off I-39, has a huge inventory of new and used RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and campers. Treat yourself to memories that'll last a lifetime. Camping World of Rothschild. Everest has not turned the ball over a lot, but twice now they've turned the ball over when they possessed with a chance for a lead change or a tie game. On the overplay, this is a step back, long 3, and maybe a little out of the range there of Carter Combs, but Spash tracks down the long rebound. Chandana for a 3, had his feet set, he missed it. Up goes Xavier Edwards for the rebound. Felch tracks down the errant pass. A 2 will tie it, a 3 will give the lead back to Everest. This is a reach-in and a jump ball. Not sure how you feel about that play defensively because the Evergreens are already in the bonus. You get called for a reach-in there, you're sending your opponent to the free throw line. With 2 fouls, Jaron Sues is back in, with instructions, I'm sure, not to pick up the 3rd till halftime comes. Pregame for the Evergreens. There's Felch guarded closely. Ebersol between the circles. Felch, 3 for the lead, off the front rim, no good. Offensive rebound pushed there was Xander Truax. He's going to get to the free throw line. Truax goes to the free throw line for the Evergreens. No, they're calling it the other way. The foul is on Vander. Well, you're not going to get every whistle. For the first time this half, Xavier Edwards comes back in. Casey Studeman checks in for the Evergreens. Back out. 3 ball is in the air. It's good. Jaron Shoes has his 3rd 3 of the first half. 23-18. Yeah, Spash has gotten the 3 to go when they've needed it. That's been uncanny in this first half. Studeman rotating down low. Pregame draws the double team. While Felch was left unguarded for a moment. 3 ball up. Bottom of the cords for Pregame, who now has 6 to lead Everest. Again, a 1-possession game. Another 3 ball. Back to back. Jaron Shoes hits again. It's got 12 to lead all scorers. Studeman thought about going to the rack. Pregame, 3 ball again, back to back. Heating up from the outside. Pregame now has 9, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Back to a 1-possession game again. Down the stretch of the first half we go. Let's step away for this break on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
From the outside. That's going to tell the tale in a game that's going to be decided in the second half, it sure looks like. Spash with the ball out of the timeout. Evergreens, for the first time, are showing some backcourt pressure. In fact, Everest looks like they want a trap out of this set. Spash just got that across the timeline. Chandana to the corner, baseline three is good. Noah Marshke's first points of the night. It's the 7th three for Spash in the first half. Evergreen's got to fight through the frustration of that. Every time they get this down to one possession, Spash answers with a three. Baseline, Preby's gone for three in a row. That hit the side of the backboard. That was a bad misfire. Spash in transition, another three balls in the air, and it's good for Jaron Shoes. He's got 15 in the first half. It's almost knocked away. It'll stay with Everest. Back-to-back threes for Spash have stretched this lead out to 31-24. 7-point lead now. Spash's biggest has been 8. Nick Fox comes back in. Noah Marshke is out. Marshke and Suze each have 2 fouls. So Spash is gambling that the third one doesn't come before halftime. Studeman was looking for Felch on the rotation play. Instead, Studeman picks up his dribble, goes back out to Edwards. Felch guarded closely. Studeman was open for a three. Sometimes he'll pop that. He didn't there. And instead he traveled as he picked up his dribble. Colin Ebersold comes out. He's got to go over to the trainer. I think he's cut. Ebersold's got to be taped up. Vander Truax comes back in for the Evergreens. Dr. Larry Gordon pressed into duty. Back out. This will be Spash's biggest lead of the night if it's good, and it is. Jaron Suze off a screen. 6 threes in the first half. Spash by 10. Can the Evergreens weather this storm? Truax on his dribble tried to force that in. That's off. Well, let's see. It's going to stay with the Evergreens. Spash thinks it's their ball. The officials are going to huddle up. I believe we're going to stay with Everest ball here. Yeah, baseline official indicated that was off the Spash defender. Two minutes to go until halftime. Can the Evergreens cut into this 10-point deficit? They'll inbound underneath. J&D Tube Benders has been a staple in the Wausau Industrial Park for years. A full-service tube bending operation, this large employer could be the next step in your career. Apply at jdtube.com. jdtube.com. Still Everest ball. Down low, Studeman's double-teamed in a tight spot. Gets it back out to Edwards, cross court. Preby draws the double team there, so someone's got to be open. Edwards lost the ball, out of bounds. 7 turnovers against Everest, only 2 against Stevens Point. That's one of the differences in this first half. So instead of the Evergreens trying to cut into a Stevens Point lead, Spash will have a chance to stretch this out a little further. 90 seconds left on the game clock in half number 1. Down low, Chandana. Wow, that looked clean from Studeman. They're going to say Studeman got him on the arm. All right, our official underneath is closer than we are. Studeman will be called for his second. Team's fourth, and grant Chandana to the free throw line. Great food, cold drinks for any occasion. Wausau's favorite post-game stop, lunch, dinner, or just to get away with friends. A great atmosphere at Wiggly Field and Dome. That's Wiggly Field and Dome, Schofield Avenue. Studeman will go to the bench, not wanting to risk a third foul from him. And Chandana gets both of his free throws to go down. He's got 6. Now a 12-point lead. Entry pass to Pregame. That was good defense there by Baraka McElwain. Pregame on the dribble. Looks to drive in, gets the rim. He's fouled and he scored. The Evergreens needed that. The baskets are points 10 and 11 for Pregame, and he'll get to the free throw line looking for a 12th. Baraka McElwain is called, his first. Chance to complete the three-point play at the Jamie Wetzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice for cleanup and restoration. That's Serve Pro like it never even happened. Pregame knocks it down. Under a minute, first half. 3 ball here, too strong. Up for the rebound goes Fox, and he's bumped. This is a non-shooting foul. Loose ball foul on the Evergreens. I believe they've got Xavier Edwards. Edwards giving away a lot of height in that matchup. SPASH will inbound underneath. Off the inbounds, a 3, and it's good. Jaron Shoes. Someone's got to guard him. He has 7 threes and 21 points in the first half. How could he be that open on the inbounds play? That's a defensive breakdown. Driving in, cut off, stripped. That's clean. Ebersol turns it over. SPASH back the other way, ball's loose. SPASH back out. Another 3 ball coming. He's human after all. Shoes missed it. Chandana in the corner. This is going to be a loose ball. The Evergreens have it. Or are we calling a foul here while scrambling for that loose ball? Let's sort this out. Stevens Point's going to take a timeout. We've got 10 seconds left. I'm still a little confused on who they're awarding the ball to. Why don't we keep it here? Coach on a couch at halftime? Yes, sir. This is the Everest boys basketball team's last game before Christmas break. They will be in Green Bay for 2 games between Christmas and New Year's. Ten threes in the first half for SPASH. 4 for Everest. 8 turnovers for Everest, only 2 for Stevens Point. So those are 2 differences right now, why SPASH is up by 12. And they decided on that loose ball that it's going to be awarded to Stevens Point. So SPASH with 10 seconds and a chance to go to the locker room with their biggest lead of the evening. Open for a step-back 3, and it's rounded out, no good. Tipped out of bounds, Everest ball with 2 seconds left. Don't blame Carter Combs for taking it. He was open. Jackson Baressa will come in for the final defensive set. And the Evergreens want Sakari Jones. Evergreens are going to try to fling this ball down the court and try and get a look at the rim with 2 seconds left in the half. Felch inbounds to Pregame from half court. This will count if it goes. Instead, it hits the rafters, and we go to halftime. Stevens Point 39, DC Everest 27, and the Evergreens will get the ball to start the second half. Our halftime is brought to you by Greenheck Group, the global leader in creating air movement and control equipment. Greenheck is one of Wausau's largest employers, the perfect place to the next step in your career. See if the Greenheck Group is right for you. Visit greenheck.com. That's greenheck.com. SPASH leads by 12 at intermission on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Greenheck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Greenheck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, visiting today with DC Everest Evergreens boys basketball coach Oliver Drake. Coach, you begin year number 2 this year, but let's first just take a pause. We'll reflect on last year, and I think probably where we start this discussion is Marcus Hall, obviously one of the premier players in the entire state last year. What was it like coaching a basketball guy like Marcus Hall?
Well, it's a privilege. You know, anytime you get an opportunity to coach somebody who is so passionate about the game and just was an outstanding leader. I mean, for what you saw on game night, he was even better behind the scenes, from a student to how he treats people to everything that he's about. And so it was an absolute privilege. He definitely really left a mark on our program, not just on the court, but the way he treated young players in our program, and obviously planted that seed with young players in our program that what's possible here at DC Everest if you put in a ton of work and do all the right things. So it was an absolute privilege to coach Marcus Hall.
As I said, last year was year 1 with the program, so making those building blocks and forming those traditions and standards going forward. Looking back on last year, what was just maybe 1 or 2 of your favorite memories with you and the guys from last year?
Yeah, it's hard to put 1 or 2 memories. You know, I think the biggest thing for me is just the way the guys accepted being coached and being held accountable and accepted the standards that we're putting in play here and just really allowed themselves to be pushed outside their comfort zone, and I think that led to team success, having 18 wins and winning a playoff game, playing in a regional final game, beating a really good Appleton East game. So I think it's just those bonds and those relationships that were formed. We had some outstanding seniors. We're going to miss them like crazy, but our relationship with the players that graduate from our program is just beginning, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish in their futures. So I think it always goes back to that relationship piece. Well, really appreciating the way the guys worked and the way they held themselves accountable and the way they allowed themselves to be coached. It was a pretty awesome group.
I mentioned, so year 2 is underway now. Let's tell us about those first 2 weeks of practice this year and how that compared to last year. Now that you've got another year, a whole year under your belt, a lot of those guys now know you. Obviously, the incoming freshmen, that's a different thing, but kind of compare and contrast year 1 and year 2, those first couple weeks of practice.
Yeah, our guys have done a phenomenal job. Obviously, anytime you have returning players in a returning system, our players have really done a nice job of setting the tone and doing the things that we want to have done, the things that take no talent, to the way that we talk to each other, to the way that we coach each other. Our players are really starting to understand that it's got to become a players-run program. If it's coach-driven, it can only get so far. And our players have done a really nice job of taking that leadership role, making sure things are squared up, on the court, behind the scenes. And that's always fun to see the growth from year to year, but certainly there's a ton of growth that takes place from year 1 to year 2, and all the credit goes to our players. They've done a great job with that.
Talking to DC Everest Evergreens boys basketball coach Oliver Drake. Let's talk about this year's group of seniors, and Coach, I'm cautioning you right away. You don't have to mention names, because once you mention one, you forget one, you get all kinds of trouble. But tell us about the expectations. What do you want out of a senior group?
Well, our 3 seniors, Colin, AJ, and Owen have done a great job. And what we want from all of our players, but certainly our seniors, is just that sense of thankfulness for the opportunity to do what we get to do. This thing goes by really fast. And so them making sure that they leave the program better than they found it. They also leave with no regrets. And that starts with working. And, some people want things to be microwaved. Nothing good can get microwaved. Like it's got to be in a slow cooker. And that's the work that we do every single day, and making sure our seniors really set the tone with just getting after it. And our 3 seniors have done a great job of that thus far. And so we want to see them end their career feeling like they left it all out there, and they're off to a good start with that.
You might give me a different answer to this in February, but here early season, what's the one part of your team that you want to lead with right now, whether that be, shooting, defense, whatever it might be? What's that one thing that you can sit on the bench and just count on these guys? I think they've got it figured out this early in the season.
I think just the cohesiveness. This group really is good to each other. They've played a lot of basketball together. So just really looking as one unit, whether it's offensively, defensively, running our sets, running, our quick hitters, based on like just seeing us be cohesive, one unit, willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. So I've been really impressed with our cohesiveness, really impressed with our guys' willingness to accept roles and to take those and run with them.
How would you like to answer that question in February?
Well, I'm very optimistic that our defense will be something that we can hang our hats on, and our rebounding and valuing the basketball. I really feel like if you defend at a high level, you rebound at a high level, and you value the basketball at a high level, you got a chance in every game. Shots come and go. You can't hang your hat on great shooting nights every night, but you can hang your hat in those three areas. So I would say those three areas: just being really tough with the basketball, being a great half-court defensive team, and making sure we win the glass every night from a rebounding standpoint.
As a coach, what do you do differently on a road game versus a home game? Because there are different things that happen. You know, the bus rides and this gym and the locker room somewhere else. How do you help your guys be better on the road games?
Well, I think number one is just settle in. You know, just everybody kind of taking a deep breath on the road. I also think that the road games are great opportunities to kind of have us against the world, and knowing that you're going to go into another gym and another place. And so we just look at road games as unbelievable opportunities. Obviously, you want to compete and win in everything that you do, but there's a different feeling when you win on the road. So I think that it starts with just really settle down, relax. Let's get some good looks early in the game. So getting some quick hitters that hopefully allow our offense to play inside out, get some high percentage shots, because shooting percentages typically drop on the road. Not always, but typically they do. And how you can negate some of that is, I think, get some higher percentage looks. So as a coach, running some quick hitters and some sets to get the ball inside early, I think is a great way to settle in on the road as well.
Welcome back. It's halftime. Stevens Point up by 12. They're on their biggest lead of the night. They've had the lead bumped up to 12 points twice. I'm Chris Conley. Let's look at our first half leading scorers. Talk about on fire. Jaron Sues with 7 threes and 21 points to lead all scorers in the first half. SPASH had 10 threes to the Evergreens 4. Rest of the Stevens Point scoring, Grant Chandonaz got 6. Baraka Macklin's got 5. 3 each for Nick Fox and Noah Marshke. 2 points for Carter Combs. SPASH turned the ball over only twice and was 2 for 3 from the foul line. Evergreens are led by Cohen Preby, 12 points. Cade Felch had 2 threes. He's got 6. 4 each for Vander Truax, playing his first varsity game. Freshman's being heard from. Xavier Edwards has 4 points, and Casey Studeman has a couple of fouls and 1 point. Evergreens turned the ball over 8 times. Now, that's not a lot, but SPASH made the Evergreens pay. This SPASH team, I mean, they've just had easier looks in the front court. SPASH has set a lot of high screens, and that's freed up a lot of their threes. The Evergreens got to fight through that in the second half. Zaleski Sports coverage is brought to you by Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. Evergreens will get the ball to start the second half, looking to cut into a 12-point hole. We'll get the second half underway when we come back in a minute on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, my name is Preston. I have the Abbey Bank Bright Future checking account for kids and teens. I really like the mobile wallet feature. I just tap my phone to pay for snacks or anything at a store. I get my own debit card that my mom can transfer money into. She can also turn my card on or off if I misplace it. Plus, Abbey Bank gave me a bonus after I made my first deposit. Mom, if you're listening, send more money, please.
Visit us online at abbeybank.com to learn more. Abbey Bank is a member FDIC.
It's simple, but true. Time is money. At Sherrill Tire and Service, we have over 20 mobile service trucks to get you rolling and growing again. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers, your locally owned farm tire dealer.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
During that halftime shoot-around, nice to see Owen Sayol, injured Evergreen, shooting around with his teammates. That right knee is heavily taped up and like no lateral movement from Owen. Owen looks like he's not quite ready to come back. His senior season will resume, I believe, in January. Evergreens have the ball, moving right to left to start this second half. Beg your pardon, SPASH possesses the ball first? How in the world did that happen? I guess they were quick at the scorer's table at changing the arrow before halftime. Baseline three, a miss. Noah Marshke too strong. Colin Ebersold with the rebound for the Evergreens. Cade Felch almost loses the handle, recovers for Everest. Here's Studeman. Studeman needs a big second half for Everest. Studeman to the lane, double teamed, traveled. So neither team can get any points on their first possession of the second half. Evergreens did have the lead a couple of times in the first half. Just kind of difficult scheduling for Everest. Marshfield and SPASH are thought to be the best teams in the Valley Conference. The Evergreens here are playing them back-to-back. Chandana got his defender moving backwards. Loose ball foul on Stevens Point off the Grant Chandana miss. And Noah Marshke, SPASH starter, promptly picks up his third personal foul. To the bench, Jackson Boressa. Saw a lot of time on the court in the first half. Jackson's a freshman. So to be a frosh and to be playing up with the varsity for Stevens Point, got to be good, right? Here's Cade Felch. Studeman. The core of this Everest team are underclassmen, so Everest figures to be playing even better basketball a year from now. Xavier Edwards in traffic, gets to the rim, tried the left hand, no good. Studeman is fouled on a putback attempt. Casey Studeman's going to the free throw line in the act of shooting. To the Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel free throw line we go. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Jackson Boressa is called for the foul. Let's see if Casey Studeman can get this deficit a little shorter. Nope, Studeman has missed. He's 1 of 5 at the foul line tonight. And Casey overcompensated on that. Ball's loose in the corner. That is out of bounds to the Evergreens. Hustle play in the corner by Colin Ebersold off the Studeman miss. No, they changed that. And they're giving the ball to SPASH. Evergreens are looking to trap. No points since halftime. Chandana gets that one to go through. So suddenly this game's got no rhythm. Felch again. Wow, his man rotated off of him, and Felch made him pay with a three. Cade Felch now has 9 for Everest. Rocket cross-court pass to Nick Fox. Fox got his man up in the air and scored. Fox worked around Studeman once Casey left his feet. Ebersold was open for that three in the corner, and in this type of game, when you're open, you got to let that fly. Pregame is fouled. Carter Combs will be called for his second foul. Team's third of the half. Felch will inbound. To Studeman. Studeman looks to drive in. Double team. Tried to make an extra pass. It's knocked away. And points down at the other end for Nick Fox. Fox now has 7 off the bench. Yeah, Stevens Point doesn't go particularly deep. Felch trying for back-to-back threes, missed it. Chandana gets the rebound. Evergreens are back defensively, doesn't matter. Moving around and scoring is Baraka McAline, who now has 7. SPASH now by 17. Evergreen's got to be careful here that they don't lose contact with Stevens Point. Yeah, Preby's being ridden there, and it's called. Carter Combs has just committed his 3rd personal foul, team's 4th. Jackson Baressa comes back in. Did you hear the news? The owner of Elegant Occasions is retiring. Now's the best time to make an appointment at Elegant Occasions for your high school formal gowns. Prom, homecoming dresses, 30% off. They have sizes 00 to 26 in stock. Winter formal and prom tuxedos will be delivered directly to you when you make an appointment at elegantoccasions.net. Elegantoccasions.net. Long miss. SPASH coming back the other way. This is a late foul that's going to send Nick Fox to the free throw line. Colin Ebersold is called for his 2nd personal foul. It's the 1st on the Evergreens this half. 2 free throws. First of which is good for Grant Chandana. Chandana's got 10, and he's 4 for 4 from the foul line. 19-point lead. Evergreens outscored 10-3 to open the second half. No separation for Felch to let the long shot fly. Knocked away in the backcourt. Tapped back there, so retrieved safely by Edwards for the Evergreens. Along the baseline, Studeman was pushed. Grant Chandana is called for his 2nd foul. It's the 5th on the team. Studeman, 3-ball, quick release for Preby. It's good. First points of the second half for Preby, who now has 15 to lead the Evergreens. A lot of time to cut into this lead, but so far SPASH has been building their advantage instead of the Evergreens getting any closer. Double team for a moment, turned over. It's a rarity, only Stevens Point's 3rd turnover of the ball game. Studeman's got it, got his dribble to Preby. Preby is double team, got a quick step to the rim, too strong, a lot of contact. Preby was looking for a foul that doesn't come. And the SPASH player, Baressa, loses the handle. The Evergreens will get the ball back. Inbounded up high to Studeman. Casey's got his dribble, tries to get to the baseline, cut off by Chandana. Extra pass, basket, and a foul. Xavier Edwards has scored, and he'll get to the free throw line. Fourth foul on Carter Combs, the SPASH starter. 6th team foul, so the Evergreens at the 13-minute mark will be in the bonus for the rest of the night. This will be a chance for Xavier Edwards to complete a 3-point play. The Rural Virtual Academy is an online, tuition-free public school serving pre-K through high school students here in Wisconsin. The RVA strives to offer families the tools and resources to provide a strong academic foundation for each child, the flexibility to learn at their own schedule and pace, and they host hundreds of free events around the state to foster friendships among their students. For more information, go online, visit ruralvirtual.org. That's ruralvirtual.org. Three-point play completed by Xavier Edwards, who's got 7 tonight. Still a 13-point lead for SPASH. It was 12 at halftime. And the Evergreens got to get this down to single numbers with enough time left on the clock. Then maybe we could get excited. It's a foul on Everest just as the SPASH player was sliding to the floor. Evergreens were hoping that Baraka Macklin was going to be called for a travel. Instead, the foul is on Xavier Edwards. His second, team's second. Way up high to Chandana. Got a height advantage over Ebersol guarding him. Cut off, extra pass to the baseline. Chandana's got it again. Back out, cut off in the paint, trying to scoop towards the rim. That's a nice take for Nick Fox. Fox kind of angled his body in and got it to go down. 15-point lead for SPASH. Yeah, at every moment in this game, SPASH has answered. Three-point shot is short for Pregame. 3 the other way, round and out for Jaron Schuss. Long rebound comes out to the Evergreens. Cade Felch, extra pass to Ebersol, who scores. First points of the night for Colin Ebersol. We've got a timeout. SPASH leads by 13. Back in a moment on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this.
We're going to go right back as we thought SPASH had taken a timeout. They did not. A brief stoppage because Xavier Edwards has a cut and needs to come out of the game. Edwards is over in the trainers area, and Vander Truax is back in. Truax going to get called for a foul. And Truax wasn't moving his feet there. Truax is called for his second personal foul. Team's third. This is non-shooting. Play defense with your feet. Baraka Macallin's got the ball. Truax is out to guard him. Stays in the game with the 2 fouls. Rotation play to Chandana. Foul line extended to the corner. 3 balls in the air. That's a tough shot, and down it goes for Baraka Macallin. 16-point lead. Studeman looks to drive in. Back out to Pregame. Pregame drives, going to get called for a foul. You know, Pregame may have gotten away with something because Prebe's arm is out there to brace himself from the SPASH player. Macklin's called for his second. 1-1 coming up for the Evergreens. We're in the bonus now. To the Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Pregame makes his first and will get the bonus, but now Stevens Point is indeed taking a timeout. Another free throw is coming up for Cohen Pregame when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
DC Everest fans will be catching up with the hockey team on Thursday. Everest hockey against Lakeland 7 o'clock here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Chris Conley, and out of the timeout, Cohen Preby's got another free throw coming. Preby makes them both. Chandana, extra pass down low, and scoring at the rim is Noah Marshke. Xavier Edwards a little battle weary. He's taped up and is ready to come back in for the Evergreens at the next stoppage. Preby along the baseline, cut off. You don't mind the ball in Preby's hands because he's a good free throw shooter. Bumped again along the baseline. Cade Felch saves it in the corner. Studeman foul line extended. Back to Preby. And here's Studeman, looks to drive in, cut off on the double team. Studeman, extra pass, loose on the baseline for a moment before Ebersold grabbed the handle. Preby on the overplay, gets to the rim and misses. A lot of contact, no foul. SPASH player just lost the ball. Rare turnover for Stevens Point. Only their fourth for the entire game. Under 10 to go in this one. SPASH by 16. The Evergreens have the ball. Felch, pass to where Preby just left. SPASH resets. Chandana's got it now in the corner. 3-ball flies high, no good. Rebound, Felch on the Macklin miss. Ahead to Studeman. Studeman drives to the paint. Extra pass down low. Basket and a foul. Vander Truax has scored, and he'll get a free throw too. Baraka Macklin picks up his third. Freshman to the free throw line for the Evergreens. We're brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese. Join the team at Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau. You'll work at a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay and culture, and so much more. Join a growing company. Get your career on the right path at Great Lakes Cheese. Apply at GreatLakesCheese.com. GreatLakesCheese.com. Free throw is good. 7 for the freshman in his first varsity game. Combs has the ball. He's on the court with 4 fouls. Chandana fading backwards off the glass and in. Yeah, Everest gets the 3-point play, but SPASH gets a bucket the next time down the floor. That's been the story of the night. SPASH has been really good at answering. That's how you keep the door closed. Just hard to get a run when every time you score, the other team answers you. Felch in traffic, picks up his dribble. Back out to Preby. Edwards will let the 3 go. That was a line drive. That may have been partially blocked. Chandana may have gotten a finger or a hand on that. Chandana's got it down at the other end against Edwards. Up and in. Back-to-back baskets for Grant Chandana. 14 for the night. So Chandana's size and presence being heard from now. Studeman cut off. Extra pass down low. Truax rolls it off the rim. Tried to get his own rebound, but pulled away by the taller, stronger Grant Chandana. 3 in the other end, off the front rim, no good. Studeman looked like he was banged pretty hard there by Noah Marshke. No foul, just out of bounds off the SPASH player. SPASH by 17, and 7.5 minutes left in this one. Yeah, back-to-back toughies for the Evergreens. Road loss to Marshfield by 12, and now down by double digits against Stevens Point. Driving in, foul is going to send Pregame to the line. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned cooperative with a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Loans and leases, crop and tax records, they've got you covered. Contact Ag Country, Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Jaron Shoes called for his third foul. Pregame made both his free throws. Prege's going to get a quick breather here. The bench for Colin Ebersold, who comes back in. Let's thank our game day sponsors, Era Pancakes and the Jamie Schley American Family Insurance Agency. Thinking about that three instead of driving in and scoring, there's another answer. Points for Fox on the drive. Xavier Edwards got Nick Fox on him, flings it towards the rim, and it goes in anyway. That didn't look too likely when it left Xavier Edwards' hands. Edwards gets to go down, so the teams are trading baskets right now. Chandana bumped solidly, spins. He's so big the bump doesn't bother him. Chandana scores again. He's up to 16 now. Ebersold's gun shy on that three. Back out to Studeman's got Chandana on him. Studeman splits defenders, had that go off his foot, but they're going to call a foul. Studeman's going to get a 1-and-1. Actually, this will be a 10th foul, double bonus coming up. 2 free throws for Casey Studeman. Nick Fox is called for his second. Double bonus from the Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the number one choice for cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. Kind of got to look away when Studeman's at the free throw line now. He is 1 for 7 today. Ugh. 1 for 8. And a loose ball foul is called on the Evergreens. Foul is on Vander Truax, who's played well today. It is his third, 4th team foul against the Evergreens. We will go under 6 minutes to go in the game on this SPASH possession. Leading by 17. Well, now the lead's up to 19, feeding Baraka McAleen down low. McAleen moving without the ball, earned himself those points. Felch, 3, high, arcing, round and out, no good. Rebound to Studeman. Studeman's fouled as he was battling for the loose ball. Now they're going to say jump ball, and it belongs to the Evergreens. We said at the top of the broadcast, for the Evergreens to spring this upset, they're going to need 2 or 3 players to be beyond themselves. Pregame has played well for the Evergreens. Pregame is on the bench now with 19 points. Studeman, though, has been cold. Down low, Truax scores. So, yeah, the second or third player playing beyond themselves absent tonight for the Evergreens. SPASH realizes they don't have to force a shot here. Leading by 17 with 5 minutes left in the game. Turned over. Evergreens take a quick timeout as soon as Studeman got both arms around that ball. We'll take a break, too, as we come down the stretch of this one. This is boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
We're back at the Everest Fieldhouse. If it's not already, very soon the clock will be like a sixth man wearing the SPASH red and white. All of us here at Zaleski Sports wish you a very Merry Christmas. Christmas week on a Monday this year. A lot of people will have the day off on Friday or will have a half day off at the office. Tried to feed Truex down low, back out, 3-ball, good for Cade Felch. Felch has 4 threes, give him 12 points tonight. See if SPASH answers again. Every time something good seems to happen for the Evergreens, Stevens Point scores points. 3-ball here. Yep, back-to-back threes. Nick Fox. Fox has 14 overall, 11 of them in the second half. Felch recovers the loose ball that was tipped to Studeman. The lead has been as big as 19 tonight. Studeman to the lane, he's bumped, gets the rim, scores. Casey Studeman's first bucket from the floor tonight. Under 4 now in the game. SPASH is being patient. Looking for something down low. Nope, Chandana, long 2. Off the front of the rim, no good. Ebersold gets the rebound. A basket here would be the closest the Evergreens have been in a while. There may not be enough time to do anything about it. Preby extra pass. It's down at the feet of the freshman Truax, who wasn't expecting it. Coming back the other way, scooping and scoring. That's a nice drive for Baraka Macklin. Baraka's got 14. This is a really balanced scoring attack for Stevens Point. Jaron Souza had 21, all on threes in the first half, has not scored in the second half. He's still high man, though. Felch misses on a 3, SPASH back the other way. Under 3 minutes to go. Combs pass down low to Chandana, gives away some height to Ebersol, back out. 3-ball is in the air, it's good. Nick Fox, back-to-back threes. It's the biggest lead of the night now for Stevens Point. They're up by 20, and they're going to open the season 8-0. This will be a second Valley Conference win. SPASH's other Valley Conference victory is against Wausau West, where they kept the Warriors under 40 points. So Stevens Point is as advertised. Contact but no whistle as Studeman has it knocked away in the paint. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Partnering with private and public customers since 1984, they have their own service and fabrication department to assist in any municipal or industrial situation. Staub Construction, 100% employee-owned. Studeman fouls Chandana. This is before the shot. No continuation, so it's a non-shooting foul. Casey Studeman picks up his third foul. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley or the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, SC Swiderski will make you feel right at home. Beg your pardon, they judge that it is a shooting foul for Grant Chandana, who promptly hits the first. Both teams make substitutions for the final 2 minutes of play. Chandana shoots the free throw perfectly for a big man, 6 for 6 tonight, and now 18 points. The last of the Everest starters are now out of the game. So what have we found out? You know what? I don't think the Evergreens are a bad team, not at all. They're just not as good as Marshfield and Stevens Point, who just seem to be a cut above in the Valley Conference. Driving into the rim, got a foul, and free throws are coming up for the Evergreens. Vander Truax was fouled by Jackson Boressa, freshman on freshman. Vander reaches double figures for tonight. He's got 10. Vander's got a very nice varsity debut tonight. Got both his free throws, too. And Vander's night is done. He's congratulated by his teammates. 20-point lead. SPASH by 12 at halftime. By 20 now. Have been up to 22. Basket up and in for Johnny Anandidis, sophomore. Along the baseline, this is Zachary Jones. I've not seen a lot of Jones today. Pass out of bounds. SPASH turned the ball over only 5 times. Again, the stat doesn't mean as much now because the starters are out. The SPASH starters turned the ball over only 5 times. That's a great number in a varsity game. Evergreens have turned the ball over 13. Baseline 3 is good. Everyone hits the 3. That's 7 Dinga. SPASH had 10 threes at halftime. 13 now. Zachary Jones down low, missing at the rim. Sam Dasso, basket and a foul. Foul is on Cole Miller, one of the Stevens Point reserves. Dasso completes the three-point play. Evergreens are a perfect 11 of 11 from the foul line in the second half. As we're under 30 seconds left here. Basketball is brought to you by Nicolet Bank. Personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Walsall, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more at nicoletbank.com. Free throws are coming up for the Stevens Point reserve. Cole Miller will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul is on Sam Dasso. And Cole Miller gets himself into the scorer's column with a free throw. SPASH by 24. We'll be on the court for post-game coverage. Coach John Kroll will spend some time with us and a play or two as we wrap up our Zaleski Sports coverage for tonight. SPASH does not have to shoot, and they will not. The final score is 83-59. Stevens Point blows out the Evergreens, a road win for the Panthers, and a happy bus ride home back to Stevens Point. SPASH was led by Jaron Sues, 21 points, all from behind the arc, 7 threes, and all of them coming in the first half. Evergreens in defeat were led by Cohen Preby, 19 points for Everest. The Evergreens fall to 3-5 and are 1-2 in conference play. SPASH a perfect 8-0, and this is their second Valley Conference win. I'm Chris Conley. Thank you for joining us for our play-by-play coverage. Stay tuned for the Merrill Steel postgame show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. That's merrillsteel.com.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
I'll probably plug on. That's fine. Okay.
24 at the final horn. Coach, I thought a real fundamentally sound game tonight. A lot of points off the high screen.
Yeah, once we started moving the ball a little bit, we were able to get great looks. We were able to get open shots and hit a high percentage of those. That's what we're hunting for, and once we start moving that ball, we finally found some.
The team is really resilient, too, that it seems like a lot of times, every time Everest would hit a three or get a contested two, you guys had an answer the next time down the floor. You like that fight?
Yeah, we do, and, we have a mentality of next play, trying to win the next one. If we lose one, try to win the next two. So we got kind of some quick memory, I guess. We let that stuff go, and then we concentrate on the next one, try to win the next one, and you got to string plays together. And tonight, at times, we did.
You'll be happy. Only 5 turnovers tonight, so that's really solid basketball. Congratulations on the win. 8-0 start. It's obviously a team with a high ceiling.
Yeah, we're happy with our start. We're in a good place right now. We got to keep building and continue to get better.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jaron, you were on tonight. Are there just some nights where you feel it like everything that you throw up is going to go down?
Yeah, it was great. I could hit anything. It felt like my teammates were getting it to me, and I was just hitting it. It's just one of those nights.
And it takes confidence when you get the ball. You've got that quick release. You got a lot of high screens that were set for you tonight.
Yeah, all my guys are nice, send me screens, but it's good that they got my back, so it's great.
Team looks like it's playing with a tremendous amount of confidence. What are some of the team goals for this season?
I just think next game always doesn't matter what's in the past, just keep going to the future,
So that was a real nice win coming in off of Kimberly. That was a competitive game, and then you got kind of a breather tonight. It's got to be a good, happy bus ride home.
Yeah, it was great. Beating Kimberly was awesome. By 2, that was really close. I was kind of scared for a second, but we got it done.
21 points tonight. Congratulations. Best wishes the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, we're wrapping up our game coverage here. Stevens Point over DC Everest, 83-59. SPASH is off to an 8-0 start this season. That's going to wrap up our Zaleski sports coverage. I'm Chris Conley. Good night, everybody. What? You can look up there and give your name. You're going to say I'm in the house because the segment is the highlight house. Okay?
I'm Jaron Zeese, and I'm in the house.
Thanks a lot for coming over.
Thank you.